Alright, well, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm doing this thing right here for Gary Sunley. It's a Frankenstein mask that we made for him. Poured this up in the mold yesterday, had it on the fan, got it all done. It's ready, and I'm gonna take some baby powder, put it in here and pull it. I'm going to see how this turns out. Now, Gary, I will tell you there's a little bit of malformation in the middle of this thing in the back because of the air bubble. But put the baby powder in here. Do that thing again, do some more just to shake it up. Swish this all the way around. I got another mold here on the floor. Part 7 getting ready to be done. So now we're going to pull this and see how it turns out. It's rather thick. I did have to do a pour. There's a little trimming that's going to have to be done on the outside here. But it went right up to the neck line. Everything's good. There's a little bit of seam work here. That's okay. We'll just pull this. It's actually coming away pretty well from the entire thing. I just want to make sure that everything's good seam-wise here. Like I said, it does have a little bit of seam on it. Make sure that everything comes out good. The face, all that shit is good. Get in here and just pull this away gently, easily, nicely. I'm going to cut this right here where the seam is, just to get that away. We've got some scissors. Scissors. Some scissors somewhere up here. Shit. Ah, it just popped out. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. Hopefully there's no patching to be done. But we're going to see what we got on the way around on this. And like I said, if there's any seam work, Dremel work to be done, no problem. We'll just patch that up as we go along. You ready? Here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. And here it is. Whoop. I don't want to drop that. There it is, Gary. All the details came out. It's got a little bit of flashing. Got a tiny bit of flashing on there to be trimmed up. Trim this off, no problem. There it is, all the details. The BK31 came out in the back. Like I said, on the inside, it's a little rough right back here because there was a latex bubble, but it didn't adhere any of the details. And like I said, there's a little bit of flashing right here. I'm going to trim this off, Dremel this. This was the extended part of the back of the ear. Just a little bit of flashing, but like I said, there it is. As you sculpted it. The cut in the line here in the neck came out, but it didn't come out as detailed. So when you go to make this again, you could just take a little Dremel that back in, however you want to. There's a little air bubble on the lid. There's a little air bubble up here. But like I said, on those parts, it came out pretty good. So there we go. Alright, that's it. I'll put it up on the bench here. And we will get to work on drumming it. I'll move you guys over here. And we'll get to work on trimming it up and drumming it. And I'll get it shaped up and everything to get ready to get it out for you in the mail probably tomorrow or Thursday. Friday at the latest. Friday at the latest, I think, because I do have a little bit of money coming into the bank. Let me cut the light on here. And we'll get a good close-up look at this. I'll put some bags in here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Get some bags from down here. I got a bag full of bags. Bags full of bags. It is resoundingly thick. Not much I can tell you. It's resoundingly thick. We'll get on there. We'll take our little cuticle scissors if I can find them. Should have got some somewhere here. I always got some right here. Okay. And we'll cut this flashing off here. And we'll trim it up. Right here at the neck. We'll cut all that off. Son of a gun. Everything's gotta fucking do this shit. Fall over and all kinds of shit. All the time. Every time I turn around, something's falling over. Get this flashing right here on the back of the head. That's why I had to separate the two halves. It kind of leaked out a little bit, but it's okay. It's not detriment to the piece itself. I'm going to drum on that down smooth. I'll get this flashing and stuff down here. I'm surprised how well these details and stuff came out. Not surprised, but it's nice to see that they came out really well. I'll set the little Dremel right here. Just flashing behind the ears. Dremel that smooth. And get rid of all that. Take care of all this unnecessary lava. Get rid of these little boogers. Pick up the boogers off of the eyelid here. There we go. Check them out, make sure there's no boogers, nothing. One very carefully just trim off the ear, we'll smooth that out. Neckline trimmed up. Now it looks like a small portion of the neck didn't come out, but you can trim that accordingly. Because I did do a neck extension beyond what you sculpted, so that'll show up a little bit. That was just to make the mold have a flange so you'd have room to trim and cut on there. So I'll see how thick this is. I'm about to show you. That's how thick it is. Quarter inch. Quarter inch. Quarter inch all the way around. The squirrels don't stop fucking with shit. Alright, let's get the Dremel out. Put a brush in there. Got two different brushes on here. I've got a bag full of them. Hey, somebody's going to critique me about the way I hold my Dremel and the way I'm doing it, but you know what? They can fuck off! They can just fuck off! Dripping sweat out here, video. Smooth down so it grabs it. That's what happens. Now if there's any lines in here, Gary, that you don't like, you can smooth them out with naphtha. And I'm going to get this down to the head and as smooth as possible. That way when you go to mold this, it'll be a one piece. Now a lot of this you'll be covering with hair anyway, so it won't really matter. scarring on the back of the head if you want it to be. You actually use effects like this as a line for placement of hair or something like that. So sometimes, like I said, happy accidents do happen. Try to get this right here down here so there's no mold. But I don't want to take away from the effects either. Shit. And so you know, this was a 4-hour dwell. 4 hours. So I did get to 1/4 inch thickness within 4 hours. Tip wants to come out. Alright, let me see if I can trim that up better than I can Dremel it. Probably trim that up better than Dremel. Like I said, it is pretty thick. So whew, my goodness, I'm sweating like a pig here. Sweating like a hoggies. Get that down as smooth as we can get it. Right up here. So there's a little raise. And let's smooth this out. Move that out just a little bit. A little bit of deformity, just a tiny bit on the top of the head here. Other than that, like I said, pretty much good all the way around. So there we go, Gary. Yes, I done. If you want, you can take it and Dremel it a little bit more. But all your details came out. The cuts, the bolts, the staples, all that. So there we go. I can get them done. Put them in the mail for you tomorrow. Turn that up just a little bit right there. But there you go. It's done. And this is a sculpt made by Gary Sundley. And we did a latex, we did a clay pour to bring it back. And we've got all the characteristics in it and everything. There's, like I said, there's a couple of defects with the bubbles, boogers and stuff, but there it is. Alright, so we'll pop this in the mail for Gary for Gary tomorrow. If you go over it and you see some things that you don't like, of course you can Dremel, clear them off, that type of thing. But there you go. He's done. Going in the mail tomorrow. Let me know what you think. And send me that address, please. Alright? We'll see y'all later.